Hello one, hello all. Round 5 is here already. Jeez, it's going quick fire. Hopefully we are all well. Hopefully we're all in the mood for a fantastic SuperCoach week. Hopefully we could replicate a couple of the good scores from the last 2 weeks. Let us know if this music is too soft, too loud. Just trying to get some background tunes happening for you guys. Hopefully we are all well. I am doing wonderful. We had a nice little green arrow last week, as you can see on the screen here, into the top 500 overall, which is very, very nice. Trade-wise, controversially, we're boosting. We're boosting for cooler. Hashtag boost for cooler. I know it's unpopular, but it's the only way that I can get in. Nathan Cleary, let's chuck my light on. Let me just quickly focus that in. There we go. Yeah, we're boosting for cooler. One, because he's the first choice, obviously. Was ruled out with a cork injury. Short turnaround, that's the only reason why he is not there. Storm Putty, no. I don't know, just some cotton on job. But yeah, look, we're boosting for cooler because we get Cleary in, we get Hines in, we get Teddy, we get Pap. Next week we should have Cody Walker as well, all fingers crossed. And that's basically our 6, 7, and 1 done for the season, which is fantastic. Is this music good? I can hear it in my ears. I just don't know how loud it is. Basically, yeah, look, Cooler is injured. He's out for the week, and we're boosting for him, so not ideal. But it gives us the cash to get Cleary, gives us the cash to go Ilias to Cody Walker next week, which is nice. Yeah, hopefully we are well. We'll answer some questions shortly. Last week we were hit on stream live with the news of Beau Fermor being out, which rattled our sides a little bit. But hopefully you guys got on that news pretty early. You made the adjustments this week. Obviously, we're dealing with the cooler news. We're dealing with the potential Payne Haas injury. But, yeah, like, he is not suspended this week. He should be suspended next week. But, yeah, look, I'd be playing him this week if I owned. Music is good. Good to know. Your VC and C. All right, let's get straight into my team then. Basically, you guys want to see what we're running this week. Definitely not locked into my captaincy. My captaincy will be on one of my halfbacks, but it will depend on how the round is going. If I'm having a monster round, I might take the punt and put it on Cleary. If I'm having a bit of a bad round, I'll probably play it safe and go with Nico Hines. But up top, we're running with Tom Starling over Chris Randall. Look, Chris Randall last week playing 80 was down to a factor of Tyson Frizzell being injured. Running the gamble that he's not going to be playing big minutes again. He goes back to that 40 role or so. Tom Starling was just run off the park against Manly. Hopefully he bounces back against the Storm. Hopefully he's played more through the middle. And he can just make up more defensive work. I am tossing with a late switch between Starling and Randall. I'm not against it. But yeah, I'll probably think about that on stream as we're going. Front row forward is stock standard what it's been all year. Jai Arrow, Max King. Next week or the week after, we should be moving Jason Tamalolo up to pair with Jai Arrow, and then yeah, we'll go from there. We brought in Talakai, so he comes straight into the back row with Tamalolo and Isaac Tago. Reserves of Fermor and Nanai. We were looking at Tuolangi, Randall, even Lockie Ilias was a bit of a play as well. But we settled on 2 of the back rowers. Halfback Nico Hines does have the captaincy on him for now. Depending on how the week goes, we will transition into Cleary if need be. Like I said, half Cleary and Hines set done now for the season. 5/8, Dylan Brown looking like a season-long keeper, averaging 85 points a game, which is fantastic. Lockie Ilias was stiff this week to miss out on a reserve tag, but I've opted to go with other guys. Centre wings have been fantastic for me. I haven't had to make any changes to my centre wings this year, apart from trading out Billy Smith. This week for Daniel Tupou, Xavier Coates, Will Penasini, Talon May. That injury news kind of rocked it. The assault news kind of rocked us. But thankfully it was an older event. And yeah, he set the play this week, which is nice. And fullback James Tedesco, Ryan Pappenhausen. Not much changes there. I don't think much is changing there all season, to be honest. So that's the side we're running with coming into round 1. I can see you guys have a few questions on my team, so I will try and answer them. Hey, with your post day at SuperCoach Plus, how'd you find the trades on the site? I think you just go into the player profile and then you can filter by traded out. Why King over JTB? Okay, so Max King scoring 40, 45 points off the bench week in, week out. JTB didn't really impress me last week. Probably going to be traded out next week or the week after, depending on what my moves are. But yeah, how much cash do I have left over? Mate, I have 87,000 in the bank. So That'd be 87k. My plan is next week, if we can get the price rises to work our way, it'll be Jeremiah Nanai out for Brodie Jones, and we'll be taking Lockie Ilias out for Cody Walker, and then basically got 4 gun halves, 2 gun fullbacks, and then we can work on fixing up this forward dilemma, because that's probably the weakest point in my side. My centre wings I'm very happy with for now. Daniel Tupou, Xavier Coates, those two guys performing well. Will Penasini will probably just stay there for quite a while, and Talon May, obviously, he's there. Ideally, I'd love to get Isaac Tago down back into centre wing moving forward. I want to get IPAP in, and I want to get Payne Haas in eventually when the suspension is over. But yeah, and obviously try and get a better hooker. I am eyeing off Damien Cook over Harry Grant just from the cash that's going to save. But yeah, not too sure what we're going to do moving forward. I'm just going to try and sort out my spine, and then we'll go from there. Would you start Randall or Brodie as the final reserve? I would go Brodie. I think he's got a bounce back factor in this week after having the week with COVID. Thinking of picking up, I'll go from top to bottom. Hines over Teddy for C. Yes, because he plays later. Probably as a VC Teddy. Olakwatu to Fermor. Manu, Tupou or Talakai. I would go Tupou. I just like Tupou. I like his consistency. I like his base. Olakwatu to Fermor or Cobo to Cooler for money grab to Cleary. I'd be taking the points. I wouldn't be trading Olakwatu this week, actually. So probably Cobo to Cooler. Thinking of picking up Manu over Tupou. Reasoning is he won't play Origin and likely fullback while Teddy is out. I mean, Tupou's not playing Origin either. It's Toto and JSC. He'll play fullback, yeah, but you've just got a lot of rocks or diamonds when it comes to Manu. He's gonna have what, a score of like 25. Tupou won't get you 35, but Manu probably has the highest ceiling, so I can understand that. If I have Schneider, do I wait for Cleary's price drop? Yeah, you could probably bleed out Schneider's price rises and get Cleary maybe after Origin if you're going to go that way. Starting to Grant minus. There's too many questions. I have to scroll up so I can get back to them. Okay. Latrell and Paps combo. I like that move. I like Latrell's draw coming up. I like the Souths, how much it opens up for Souths. What is my long-term strategy at hooker? Are you hoping to keep selling until Origin, then going for Grant? Yeah, I mean, all the short-term play is to pick up Damien Cook at a cheaper rate. Because, yeah, obviously, hooker is weak. Hooker was weak for me. I had Marnie, and I was hoping he would be my sort of season-long keeper, but that didn't pan out. I think Marnie will come into his own eventually, but it'll be in the back end of the season. I think the Eels are probably just keeping him on ice until they can get him ready for finals. So, yeah, the money thing didn't work out. I wish I just had the money and went to Grant. If I have, I've answered that one. Olakwatu or Arrow to Daniel Tupou. Neither. I'd probably try and find another way to get Tupou in. Is Starling to Grant and Martin to Talakai and Hiku to May good trades or a bit sideways? So Starling to Grant upgrade, Martin to Talakai, good cash grab, and Hiku to May good cash grab as well. So I like those moves. Olakwatu or Jack Bird for Talakai. Jack Bird. I'm not going to be recommending trading out Olakwatu just yet. Give it a week, see how he goes with that turbo. Is the Payne Haas suspended yet? Next week, by the sounds of it, unless we get some kind of really late mail tomorrow. But looks like he'll be suspended from next week. VC on... Oh, Sugar. Christ. I've missed a lot of these guys. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom and go from there. I'm so sorry. Who to captain, Pap or Cleary? I'd probably VC Pap. He plays quite early in the week. Hello, hello, hello. Stop flexing your team. Hey, buddy. Hey, the people want to know if you're getting back on the weekend to give me some more poems, Aman. So let us know. Hey, Wisp. What's good? I'm good, man. I'm good. Doing well. Teddy and Nanai to Jones and Cleary. I would not be advising that this week. Gone pod move this week to Cody Walker. I've got Hines, Teddy, Walker as captain options. Can't vice Teddy and captain Hines because both are fullback. Who should I go for, V and C? I would lean towards Hines there in that situation. I just think he's got that really good matchup against the Tigers. I know it's going to be raining, but we've seen what he did in the rain before. Olakwatu to Pappy will cost a third trade to boost to get the cash. Why are we not owning Pappy? I feel like he was like the biggest must-have all preseason. But yeah, probably the only... Yeah, you've got to have Pappenhausen. What's Payne Haas suspension looking like? I'll answer this one more time before everyone else asks me. He won't be suspended this week from all reports. And that is at 7:10 tonight. He won't be suspended, but that could change tomorrow. But by all reports is that... Yeah, it'll be next week. Is PVL ball coming back? Hope not. I'm doing well without it, so I hope not. Currently running with Gutho and Teddy. Can do Gutho to Pappy. Is that a smart move? Yes. VC and Moses a fair shout. Yeah, it's a good pod play. Both those Eels boys, I think, are good pod shouts if you wanted to go that way. Who would you captain out of Teddy and Paps and Hines? Can't VC this week. I would go... That's tough. I'd probably go Hines. There's a lot of questions coming in tonight. Thank you. I can't keep up with them all. Should be good for Sunday and more palms. Predicting a palm if Grant goes for 100 this week. If Grant goes for 100, there's no palm allowed. I'll be sad. For Origin, who would you consider selling Teddy and put Hines at fullback if he doesn't play and buy Moses or another halfback? I wouldn't be buying Moses around Origin time because their draw doesn't get great. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of questions happening tonight. Is Kurt Mann to trade out once he makes his money? Yeah, he's not a season-long keeper. Once he's break-even tops out, I would be trading out Kurt Mann. Talakai or Firma, I would go Firma. I think he's just a better long-term option and safer job security. If you had to bring in one, who would you bring in? Dillbags or Talakai? Dillbags. If you have already used 9 trades, is it worth getting on Firma for Frizz or Hole? I already have Siffer, Josh, and Max King for cash. If you've got 9 trades, my man, I would be pumping those brakes. So what, you've basically max traded. Yeah, just chill. Cheers, Whisperer, for all the tips. Cheers for doing all this. Thank you, man. I appreciate that you appreciate what I do. 206 online, busy night. It is a busy night. I think a lot has happened this week. So people are desperate for the news. I've also been pretty slack on my social medias. I haven't answered many questions. Potentially starting a new job next week. So a lot going on in my personal life, which is going to be a 38-hour job. I've gone from not working for 2 years with my eye injury to then working 20 hours a week to now back to 38. So we'll be under the pump to put out the content for you guys. But if you can bear with me, we should be able to find a schedule. I went DFE to IPAP, money to Grant, and Olakuwatu to Talakai. I love those trades, man. That's a really nice trade. I like those. Would I trade at Haas to get Cleary? No. I have Fafita and Schmoll. Should I trade one of them out? If so, who? I'm only trading out Fafita to get Cleary. If I wasn't getting Cleary, I wouldn't be trading him out. So that's, I guess, hopefully that helps. Munster to Brown? No. I would not be trading out Cam Munster. It's just... We were talking about him 2 weeks ago as like the best 5'8", and it wasn't a question. Now, Brown's had 2 good games, Munster's had 1 poor one, and everyone's rushing to sell him. I would just be holding. I feel like that's such a sideways trade. Hella popular tonight. Good to see. Thank you, Ethan. Yeah, it's really nice that people, I guess, enjoy these kind of late live streams. I know the Telegraph do one as well. They obviously have a professional studio. I've got a moving box in my background, but yeah, it is. Hey, what do you guys think of these position changes? And let us know what you think about these, because I don't really understand them. I don't look as much as a Tamalolo owner myself. I love the fact I'm getting him at front row forward, but I can't understand why Talakai doesn't get it. I can't understand why Angus Crichton's not getting it. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The wording they've used doesn't make any sense to me at all. If I don't boost for Cooler this week, is it okay to do it next week? Waiting up on the boost to see if it goes. Probably problem is I have to keep Cobbo. Yeah. If you don't have to boost this week, I wouldn't. If you don't have to get Cooler, I wouldn't. I'm only doing it for cash, for me personally. Should I sell B. Smith for Cooler? Geez, you got a lot of jewels there. But yeah, Smith off the bench isn't really doing much. But I don't know if I love that move. Take Smith's points this week and then maybe move for Cooler next. Cooler's price isn't going up, so yeah, I'd probably take the points there, man, to be honest. What does pod mean? Point of difference, unique player, whatever you want to call it. No need to sell Smith for Cooler unless it's raising funds for another move. Yeah, I agree with you, Aman, there. For Feeder, Sam Walker, and Amon to Talakai, Hines, or Cleary, or May. You got to get May in. May's a must-have. Is it good to trade in Moses and use a stepping stone for Nico Hines, or should I trade in Moses and just swap for Tedesco for Hines? I wouldn't be trading out Tedesco. It's hard to understand what you mean by that, but I wouldn't be trading in Moses if you don't own him personally. Leonard, I just subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much, man. I don't have banners that pop up or anything fancy that let me know that you've subscribed, but I really appreciate that. I appreciate the support. It's immense. Thank you so much. Talakai hasn't played enough games at centre to be considered. He's not guaranteed to play centre consistently. He's played 3 games. That's more than what Lolo's played at front row forward. He's as guaranteed to play centre as what Lolo is to play front row forward. It's just a crap ruling. I feel like if they can't get it right, don't do it at all. they've used language that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me personally. A lot of questions, guys, so if I do miss... Normally, I hate when you guys repeat questions, but it clogs up the feed. But tonight, since we're popping off so much, I'm happy for you guys to put your questions in that I do miss. Thank you very much, Benny. I appreciate your very kind words, my man. It's good to see that it's going well. I'm going Hines captain this week, Aman. Big shout. I think I'm going Hines as well. Let's go back to my team quickly for anyone that hasn't seen it. The only thing I'm locked in... I'm tossing up between Starling and Randall as to who my last reserve will be. Hopefully, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think... I'll put it in the chats. Randall or Starling to start. What do you... Yeah, let me know what you guys think there. Grant or Cook, bro. Hey, I was a big fan of Cook on the potty with Adrianosaurus, sorry. Big fan of Cook just for the cheaper price. The draw's opening up. He's starting to come into his own a little bit more. Curious to see how they use Blake Taff off the bench. Whether that affects Cam Murray or whether it affects Damien Cook. But yeah, be very interested to see what we do. How many nuffs are you happy to run moving forward? None. I don't really like running nuffs deliberately. I've got Vayella just because there's no one else to move him to. But Sean Russell will be going out next week. Randall, I generally don't like playing plays versus the Storm. I 100% understand that, Aman. A lot of you guys are saying Randall. Disco Turtle, Haas is playing at the moment as we speak. Damien Cook 2.0 to start. Yeah, look, I'm feeling Starling, but I don't know. I could go Randall in the wet, actually. I might do that. All right, hang on. We're making a late change on air, guys. We're making a late change. We're going to play Randall over Starling. You guys have convinced me. So we're going to make the late change. Late change. We have what's it called? We got late change. We got Starling in. Starling out. Put Pong fullback. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just lost in the chat here a little bit. Hanny, what Aman said, I would be going Brody Jones, probably the cheapest option. Why no love for Tuolagi? No, don't have no love for him. I just got better options to play. I prefer Nenai against the Warriors, and I prefer Firma against the whoever, but Firma's a keeper. So yeah. What's the news in AFB? Suffered a hand injury 2 weeks ago against the Broncos. I think he re-aggravated it last week. So just watch it. Whoever put Ponga in the chat, thank you very much. You've just reminded me. I need to make a post really quickly. So if you guys just want to entertain yourselves for 30 seconds, I will try and fill the dead air. Just got to put a post up as usual. Crosland worries me for playing Randall. He worries me too, but yeah, I mean Melbourne ran all over the top of. Manly ran all over the top of the Raiders last week, so I think they do the same this week to the Raiders, unfortunately. Elton, what about Wilton? His time in the sunlight is coming up. It's becoming a much of a gamble with Wade Graham heading back into the fold. Sorry, guys, just making the post really quickly. Guys, I just put a new post up on Instagram if you want to go let me know your thoughts on it. It's an over-under post on Kalen Ponga. We have set his line tonight at 53, I think. He's averaging like 28.3, so not ideal for Kalen Ponga owners to start the season. But how do you think he's going to go tonight against Manly in the wet in Newcastle? Hopefully, yeah, owners can get a big one, but go let us know your thoughts on that post. Let us know if you think it's going to go over or under. Let's get back to the questions. Because Ponga's in the thumbnail. I sub because Ponga's in the thumbnail. Yeah, look, try and choose my thumbnails carefully. Yeah, I would have got a man on tonight, guys, but I think he will be. He's traveling back to the Blue Mountains tonight, so was just a little bit hard to get him on tonight. So hopefully we'll get him moving forward. Thank you, Zach. Thank you for your kind words. I'm sure Iman will help that. It's raining cats and dogs in the Hunter. It is, mate. I had to close I'm in Newcastle. I had to close my windows because it was raining sideways. If Bullymore plays 18th man, do those points count? I mean, if he comes on the field, it does. Trading AJ or Cody first. We got Cody. Hines or Cleary in? I'll be going Hines this week. If you had to get one, should I play Jones or Ilias? I'll be playing Ilias. Very subjective, Ethan. I think whatever I can upgrade doesn't cost too much money. I'll do. You guys are just discussing from amongst yourselves. All good. Fafita, Olakawatu, and Hiku to Murray, Pappy, Talakai / Firma. And Murray or Pappy. Is that IPAP? Like, is that Isaiah Papali'i? I'd prefer to go IPAP over Murray personally. Thoughts on Curran, Talakai, Hiku, Cooler, and then Schneider to Cleary? Yeah, like those moves, man. Step the hell out of DCE. Hazard, are you a big Newcastle fan, are you, mate? Weather watch for this game's week. It's only Sydney games which will be wet. I don't know what the Brisbane weather's looking like. Let me have a look at the BOM. Brisbane radar. At the moment, it's raining in Brisbane. Anyone that's in the chat from Brisbane, let us know. But at the moment, it looks like it's a couple of showers around. Jones or Ilias to start? Ilias. Would you guys use a third trade boost to go for Fafita, Jackson, Paulo, and Schneider to Cleary, May, and Tupilotto? I wouldn't be going Tupilotto. Not at all. I wouldn't be going Tupilotto. Thoughts on Curran, Talakai, and Hiku to Cooler, and then Schneider to Cleary. I like that move, man. I answered that one before. I like that. Why IPAP no Origin? Yeah, and I think Cam Murray's minutes are going to take a hit over the next couple of weeks. They've played him into the ground the last couple of weeks. They've had injuries for 3 of those weeks as well. So, yeah, I just think his minutes come back to earth a little bit, and IPAP's probably locked into that 80-minute role. Not running right now in Brisbane. Good to know. Weather's been okay in Brizzy. Sam Walker to Moses or Schneider. Both would be stopgaps for Cleary. I'd probably go Schneider, and then it depends if you have to play him or not. Hopefully you don't have to play him this week. Cotter or Fermor, Haas or Hines for captaincy. Hines. How good DCE and Brooks will be the one club players. If Brooks is the one club player, mate, take me now. I've seen it all. AFB to who I already have, Arrow, Max King. No, I probably wouldn't take out Haas. No, I wouldn't be selling Haas this week, guys. Should I trade out Ola Kawatu to get Cleary? My nose ring's giving me bloody nightmares. Don't get your nose pissed. Best trade out of Nathan Brown, Kick Out, or Nakora. Best out of Nakora. Probably Satili out of those ones. I'd go Satili. Last reserve, Ilias or Randall. Ilias? Yeah, Ilias. I'd be taking those, but I can't do that, man, unfortunately. If we have gone clear, you got to go captain over Hines. It depends on how the week's going. So, yeah. Depends on how the week's going for me, if I need points or whatever. You still backing Cooler even with him out this week? I am. He should be back in next week. Hey, bro, what do you think of Amon, Staggs, and Schneider to Moses, Cooler, and May? Frees up a lot of cash next week. Do you think Brown is a better choice? I prefer Brown over Moses, yes. How many minutes did Yo play? I feel like him and Murray will play similar minutes. Yeah, I'm just worried about Murray's minutes moving forward. Like, he's played a lot and had to do a lot. Like, Yo has a very different role than Murray. Murray will just go all day. Yo is much more of a... Like, he has a few hit-ups, but much more of a passing 13. That's just my take on it. Randall, 80 minutes? I hope so, but probably expecting 55, 60, similar to Starling, and hopefully he can just get through a bit more work against Manly. Is Molly a target for a cheapie? Yeah, I want to have a look at him. Davey Moali is very, very highly rated, so yeah. I seem to squint a lot. My man, I have cancer in my left eye. I've had pretty extensive surgery done on that. Had a full eye transplant last year, and my vision will never be great. These are the thickest prescriptions I can get. So if you, for anyone that doesn't know me or has only started following me this year, I'm completely blind in my left eye. Had eye cancer, and had that taken out last year. So I basically have the use of one functioning eye. So that's why I squint a lot. I've also got like a ring light here, which is quite bright. So that's just me. Firma or Talakai? I'm going to answer this for everyone. Over Talakai moving forward for everyone asking. Cool. I just put that in the chat. Hopefully, can I pin that message? Is that possible? Pin message. Yeah, I'll do that. Cool. Sorry to hear that, bro. No, all good, my man. You didn't know. It's no stress. Happens. It's life. You move forward. Molly's a beast, but haven't heard how long the GOAT will be out for. Nor have I, actually. I don't think I know how long, what's his name? Mark Nichols is out for. But David Miley is like very, very highly rated. I'm very keen to watch how he goes. I started following this year. Love what you do, mate. Thank you so much, Timothy. I really appreciate those kind words. Smash keratoconus, my man. Yeah, it's exactly what I had. Keratoconus, with a stigmatization tumor on my eye. So I had keratoconus and then a stigmatized tumor, which both got removed. So hopefully the recovery goes well. It's a 2-year recovery. I'm 1 year through it right now. So yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate the kind words. It wasn't meant to be a sob story. I was just letting you guys know as to why I'm squinting so much. These glasses are doing what they can do. Do I go for the Knights? I don't, mate. I go for the Tigers, unfortunately, which is a dreaded disaster. Knights or Manly? I've taken Knights tonight. Hey, let's have a look back at my side. The only change I've got is actually I could probably do it now. I might be able to edit this so you guys can see the only change I've made. Oh. Goodness. So if we do that, and then if I edit that, there we go. Okay, it doesn't look great, but at least you get a rough idea as to how the team's looking this week. Max King or Leo Thompson for the point scoring. I would be taking Max King, my man. I just don't trust Leo and the minutes just yet. Hopefully it can pick up moving forward, but for now I'd take Max King. Thoughts on David Fafita? Is he still a hold, not own selling? But yeah, that's just me. Congrats on the rank. Thank you, man. It's still very, very early days. I'm not claiming the rank at all just yet. Amon to Kula, and he could have Talakai. Thoughts? I like those moves, my man. I really do like those moves. I go for the Tigers. You get thick skin. You do. You learn to wash it off. The water off duck's back. Thoughts on naked Zinger box? I don't know what that means, my man. Can't justify trading for Fafita at 100%, man. I'm only doing it to bring Cleary, and I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't bringing anyone else in. With dual positions, say Firma, how do you decide which position to put them in? Does it matter, or is there a thought process? You generally go with the lower scoring option. For me, like, if I could get, in a perfect world, I would have Tago and Firma both down in centre wing and get the bigger guns into RF, but just the way my size, there was so many centres this year that I needed to move those guys up. Max King or Randall last reserve. I would go Max King. No, I'd go Randall, actually. Heinz good captain. Amon. You're asking Amon, but yeah, I do rate that. What's my new job, mate? What new job might you start? Same job, just moving into a different role. I used to be a data analysis for a large Australian company. Just with my eyesight, I had to give that up, unfortunately. I transitioned into disability support work, something I'm really passionate about, really something I really enjoy. My brother is quite heavily autistic and has what's called global delay. So I've grown up basically with my younger brother quite disabled and in the NDIS. So whereas, I'm transitioning to that role, working in a group space with a wide range of participants that have different intellectual and physical disabilities. I really love what I do. So that's what I do for a job. This isn't a job for me, unfortunately, as much as I'd love it to be. I enjoy what I do. I'm moving into more of a full-time role. Temple Run or Jetpack Joyride? Oh, God. Hey, I played Temple Run a lot, but I was more of a Jetpack Joyride fan, I think. Good question, though. Really good question. I like those ones. I'm more of a Jetpack Joyride kind of guy. How many trades do I have left? I don't know. I've used 7. I don't know. You can do the math. I don't know how many I've got left. I've used 7. I used none in week 1, or none in week 2. Sorry. 3 in week 3. 1 last week. 3 this week. So I've used 7. You're just trying to make us cry today, mate, aren't you? What have I done? Thoughts on a sideways trading Aiken to Talakai? I feel like Aiken isn't popping off this year. That was the worry with Aiken. If he didn't get those attacking stats, if he didn't get those attacking stats, his base was like 64, but I think it was inflated with tackle busts and whatever. I would be maybe holding tight, giving it one more week, and then maybe looking to pull the trigger. Temper Runners go to 10 million score club. I can't remember what my score was. Hey, I got Flappy Bird though. I got like 200 in Flappy Bird back in the day. Ponga or Teddy. Just move the kid down. Join AFB from extended yet. Just put the kid down. So I only joined AFB moved it. So AFB's still in the side. Like, he hasn't been cut from the squad. He's still in the extendeds, which is not ideal. Massive respect. My first two cousins have autism. I've always considered getting to that kind of job. Moz, it's really rewarding. You've got to have a lot of patience, obviously, and a lot of compassion. But it's a job that I never saw myself doing either. But yeah, I love what I do, man. I love what I do. Olaquatu a cooler for Lolo and Firma. Like Eli Katoa. Eli Katoa's got to go. So I like those trades. World needs more good people in the industry. Thank you, man. I don't do it for the pat on the back or anything. I do it because I love what I do. But yeah, hopefully you guys, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Makes me feel nice. Mark Nichols out for some weeks and could require surgery. God, that is the most like ambiguous statement ever. Like, I've got no idea. If you goes for surgery, it's at minimum 4 weeks, so that's nice. Alex 35 trades and left. Yeah, okay, yeah. If that's right, I think it's 42 trades. I wasn't sure if it was 42 or 43. I couldn't remember. Did you do analysis at competent data processors? No, I work for a bookmaker. So I've got to qualify. I've got a degree in yeah, I've got a degree in that. So I did that for 4 years. Might go back into it if my eye gets better, but I really enjoy what I do, man. So probably stay where I am and look to progress through that ranks. I remember I was in Brizzy, got 2 for 4, and Flappy Bird was like 1,000 a game. So I thought I was the coolest 13-year-old. Man, Flappy Bird was ideal. Hey, let us know what your favorite apps were back in the day. iPod Touch was the best. I'm 24, so anyone that's similar age to me, let us know those really fun apps that you used to play at school. Thank you, James. I just read that. Thank you so much, my man. I'll keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure he hasn't been cut yet. No, he's still in the squad, unfortunately, for owners. It doesn't give him any kind of stability. Stags to Hetherington or Ramon to Bullymore. I don't mind Kobe. I just want him to get bigger minutes. That's the only issue. How's PS going, Whisperer? If you know, you know. Will Haas get suspended? He will, but probably not this week. Would you use a trade boost to get a third trade to go Wilton to Talakai? I wouldn't be going Wilton to Talakai. God, no. You just hold Wilton for now. Sort of a repeat question, but owning Wilton, is Talakai the same edge too much to get in 1C? No, I think the draw's good. You just got to worry about the Storm game next week, and that's basically kind of it. Subway Surface was good. Doodle Jump was the bomb. Clash of Clans. I still play Clash of Clans now. I'm 24. I still play it. Temple Run, Doodle Jump, Rainbow Unicorn or whatever it was. I don't know what that one is. 24. I have shirts older than that. So do I, mate. This is the way the world is. Vintage shirts are in. But no, I am still a young pup. Plants vs. Zombies all day. I'm pretty sure you can buy that on Nintendo Switch now. I might buy that. I played that ages ago. Do you think Sticky will wake up to himself and give Tarpy and perhaps big 55, 65 minutes this week instead of the 45? No, I don't, unfortunately. They just have a really good pack. And this was the worry all preseason with the Raiders. Like, Sticky has a lot at his disposal, and they're not playing big minutes, which sucks for owners. Thoughts on May to Amon? Thoughts on Amon? Sorry. Thoughts on Amon to May and Schneider to Moses? I already have Hines and plan on trading Cleary in a couple weeks. Yeah, if you've got a plan to get Cleary, awesome. Should I trade Talon May for Stags? 100,000%. Talon May is a must-have. Must-have. Dylan Brown versus Cody Walker. How do you prefer? Both. I'll be getting Cody Walker in next week, just with that draw opening up. But Dylan Brown's got a really nice base, so probably go with Brown. He'll make more money. Make a SC Whisperer clan. I'm not that good, man. I think I had like this big like town hall level something. I used to play it at school with my mates all the time, and then hadn't played it for a while. Reset, so I've only just got back into it. Yo, Josh, what's up? No, man, don't be sorry that you're late. All good. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone being here. We've had like 720 people watch the stream at one point, so yeah. Angry Birds. I never got into Angry Birds, actually. Beat the Boss. Beat the Boss was good. Clash Royale, sick game. I've seen ads for it. I haven't played it. It's very similar to like Clash of Clans, isn't it? I feel. Five Nights at Freddy's and Minecraft on the iPad was elite when I was like 15. Jailbreaking your iPhone back in the day. Oh no, I was too scared to jailbreak my iPod because I was worried that like it'd ruin it, so I never got to jailbreak it. Read to Grant, Katoa to iPaps, and Hiku to Cooler. Go for it, or just go read to Grant and Katoa to Firma. So yeah, I just wait. I'd wait on the cooler one if you don't have to. If you don't have to use a trade boost, then don't. I'm only doing it because I need it. So we'll go back to my trades and you guys can see what we're doing. Oh, goodness. Wrong slide. How many trades have I got left? Apparently I've got 37. No, 35. Apparently I've got 35. I've used 7 trades, so whatever. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think Talakai to keep his starting spot? I think it comes down to Talakai. Honestly, I think it comes down to him. Like, if he can keep playing well, it's his to lose. But even still, like, we've got 3 weeks of him to make cash for us, so I'm happy to ride that out and move from there. Thoughts on Ruben Cotter and Kobe Hetherington? Big fan of Kobe Hetherington. If he can get 55, 60 minutes, that'd be the dream. And Ruben Cotter, he's a beast. He's such a PPM weapon, but like, can he get the minutes? That's the biggest thing. And I really think that comes down to Jermaine Stewart-Brown, what kind of minutes he plays, because then you'd think they'd shift Lolo to prop and Cotter comes on. So if Cotter can get like anything over 50, great buy, but just a watch, I feel. We'll probably go for another 15 minutes. So guys, we'll wrap it up at 10:02, because I finished a little bit early this week, so I've got a couple of things to do before the footy. It's nothing like Clash of Clans, same character sort of, but nothing the same. Okay, I thought it was like I thought it was like a play versus battle thing with that same setup, but I must be wrong. All good. If you had to get Paps and only had Gutho or Teddy to trade out, is Gutho an easy choice? Yeah, keep Teddy. Should I play Randall this week? I am, Riley. I'm playing Randall over Starling. Late change, very late change. Bit off for you not coming to the newer games tonight, Josh. I don't even go for the nights, mate. I think I've been to 3 nights games. I need to go to more living in Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle Stadium's great. The atmosphere is fantastic whenever I go there. D for Fafita to Teague, Nakora or Talakai. I love Nakora as a pod play. Starting to really find his feet with the base, but Talakai is a great cash grab. Hey bro, if you can only have one coach, Talakai. Why buy Firma over Talakai? Better duel, better job security as well, and break even I think is very similar as well from memory. Great team, bro. Thank you, my man. I'm loving the variety of conversations in the chat at the moment. Best stream I've been to so far. Yeah, I mean, it does get a bit dry from just continually answering SuperCoach questions. So if you guys want to chuck in questions that aren't SuperCoach related, I'm happy to answer those, and hopefully you guys can answer them too. We've got 226 people in the chat right now, so I think we can all give some pretty good answers. I feel bad for spamming. Do not feel bad for spamming at all, my man. If I miss it, just ask. Fafita or Stags to Cam Murray and Talakai. If you can, I'd prefer IPAP over Cam Murray. That's just me. I feel like the duel's going to come in handy. He won't play Origin. And yeah, me personally, I'd go IPAP over Cam Murray. Ever played Dragon City Crack game? No, I haven't. Hiku or Kurt Mann to trade out next week? Probably... I'd go based off break evens. I don't know what that off the top of my head. But whoever has the high break even, I'd trade out and then do the one the week after. Sorry, if you were trading out, if you're doing your third trade to bring in Cooler so you can afford Cody, would you do it or would you just go for it and get IPAPs for defeat next week? If you can get Cody in this week, do it. Like, I think his run opens up phenomenally. He's going to have a great stretch of games. Thoughts on not playing Cobbo this week? Thanks. Yeah, I'd be giving Cobbo a miss. What's for dinner? Christ, my missus has just gotten home, so she's put it on, I think, like satay chicken or something my missus is making from scratch. My missus makes a fantastic satay chicken, so, yeah. Play Randall or Max King? Randall. When Randall peaks, who the players switch him to? Any cheapies to get our eyes on for the next 2 weeks? Own Grant at the moment, by the way. No, this is the problem, like, once he peaks, you probably got to go to... Oh, actually, Cam McInnes. Cam McInnes could be a fantastic one to pick up once once Randall peaks in price. If you can get McInnes when he's starting at 13 on a rock bottom dollar price, that'd be great. He'll pump out like 60 points if he's starting, which would be great. Play Randall or Max King? I've answered this question multiple times. I'd be playing Randall. Should I bench Ilias or Jones? I'd be benching Jones. Why are you a Tigers fan? Must hurt your soul. Because I was a very naive 8-year-old when I watched them win the grand final in 2005, and I thought the Tigers were like the best team ever. Benji Marshall was the man, and I jumped on the Tigers bandwagon. It's been heartbreak ever since. Remember, this is Australia. NRL is much better than AFL. Pros and cons for both games, Jeff. I really like the AFL atmosphere. I used to live in Melbourne. I am a Collingwood member, so I love going to Melbourne and watching the games. Like 100,000 people in the stadium is fantastic. But yeah, nothing beats the NRL for me. Titans draw is horrible coming up. It is, but like he's playing 80 minutes week in, week out. He's a forward. The draw doesn't really matter. Randall to Brayley or Cam. Yep. Prioritize Cleary or Cody. Cleary. Cody's going to bottom out next week, I feel. Whereabouts are you based? I'm in Quakers. Need a friend to chat SC. I'm in Newcastle. Put it that way. I'm not going to give away my suburb, but I'm in Newcastle. Yeah, so Hiku to Talakai. Oh, I love Campbell Graham as a pod. Campbell Graham's a huge pod, and I love it. But yeah, I'd be going Talakai for the cash grab. What's my favourite TV show? I've gotten into Peaky Blinders recently. I've only just started watching Peaky Blinders, but like 3 episodes in, seems like a sick show. So I'll probably say that. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of YouTube, or like podcasts and stuff as well. Wii Sports, goated game. Got a 300 in Wii Bowling once. Thought I was the man. Sell Hiku, Liam Martin, or Aitken. I think Hiku's still got something to offer, and Martin with Cleary back is great. Pick 2 out of Josh King, Randall, Ilias, and Schneider. Tuolangi. Oh, Jesus. Pick 2 out of Josh King, Randall, Ilias, and Schneider, and Tuolangi. I'd probably go Randall and Ilias in those ones. Tuolangi or Ilias, last reserve. Ilias, Cleary or Nico. If you had the money, go Cleary, but that's just me. Favorite Wii Sports game? Wii Sports Resort. Not the regular Wii Sports. The Wii Sports Resort, when you have like the sword fighting, you had the basketball, you had the 110-pin bowling as well. I think you had jet ski riding there as well. So yeah, Wii was great. Whisperer, quick my last decision. Do I grab Jones for cash or go Talakai? Talakai, get Jones next week. Straight reserve, Ilias or Randall. Ilias, when should we start looking for pods? How do you find it? How do you find out what pod would be good? You just look for value, my man. You just look for who's lowly owned and who you think could have a big impact over the next couple of weeks. Have your sit to start decisions ever been changed because of weather, and why? I've generally got a good idea heading into Thursday as to what the weather's going to look like. I do look at that and make my decisions before then. But I'd probably, if I'm leaning towards a back and a forward for a captaincy option, I'd go towards the forward in the wet. That's just me. I'll do Peaky Blinders. You're in for a sick journey. Hopefully. It seems like such a great show. Lol rip. Anyone can see my message not showing up in the live replay. Define HP. I can see your message, my man. If you ever done the Central Coast, I owned a Porto just off the M1. If that helps, come down for a feed on me, mate. Oh, thanks, my man. My Porto was my very first job. I come from Tamworth, so a Porto was my very first job, and my missus is actually from Canwall, Jasper. So, yeah. Pat Carrigan to Jason Tamalolo, D for feed at Talakai, a moan to Brody Jones. Thoughts and appreciate you. Do you have to go a moan to Brody Jones? I just wait on that. I'll do it next week. Favorite YouTuber apart from myself? Goodness gracious me. I don't know if any of you watch the Aussie bloke. His name's Garn. Garn's hilarious. I love watching his stuff. Also love watching Lewis Spears as well. I find Lewis Spears pretty funny. I like his informative stuff. And I do like Friendly Geordies. Like all 3 good Australian YouTubers. Obviously, you got guys like Mr. Beast and stuff I watch if it comes up on my timeline. But yeah, I watch a lot of I'm a huge European soccer fan, so I watch a lot of stuff on that. Wii Sports Resort was goated. It was. Wii Sports Resort is a fantastic game. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of chats. I've missed a few here. In regards to pods, pick the best players if they are a pod bonus. 100%. Don't go chasing pods if you have to. Do you get on the punt? Or way too much. My man. Yeah, Define. I can see your messages, my man. How's the weather in Newey? It is bucketing down the left, right, and centre. I think last time I checked it was. Yeah, it was pissing down. Monster for Paps. I started with Turbo, so I feel like I need Paps as the only way. Yeah, get Paps. Is Haas banned for 2 or 3 weeks this year? Sell. 2 weeks. It's only going to be 1 or 2. If it's 1 hold, 2 you could potentially sell, but I'd still hold. Like season-long keep, I'd be holding. What's your favourite meal and why is it the Bondi Burger? No, what it is, double a Troppo with the chili sauce. Elite combo. I live in Tamworth 2340. Represent. I grew up in Hillview, Aaron. I lived opposite Sonetti's primary school. Will Milwaukee go back to back? Nah. I don't mind Denver. I think if Jokic can ball out, Denver a good chance. But I do like Phoenix this year. Do I play FPL? I do. I gave up this year after week 11 because I just couldn't do it with my sleeping pattern. But I do. Aman's fantastic for FPL. He gives me a lot of advice. Agree the AFL atmosphere is pretty sick. I used to go to plenty of Saints games at Etihad and now Marvel Stadium. Yeah. Do you watch the Kickoff podcast with True Geordie? I watch the highlights. I don't watch it live. I watch generally the highlights and the chats they have when it comes up on my feed. When am I coming back for country music? Goodness gracious. Every time the country music festival was on, I left the minute I could and I came back when it was over. What's my favourite soccer team? I go for West Ham. I go for West Ham because of Lucas Neal back when he used to play for them. I think back in like 08, 09, I want to say. Cheers for your time, Josh. Thank you, my man. I'm always going to be here to answer your guys' questions. Would I use a boost to get Fermor? Depends. Depends on like who else you're bringing in. Give me some more info. No injuries. Bucks can 100% go back to back. Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say the Bucks will go back to back, but I do love to see like Chris Paul get a title. That'd be sick. Who's my NFL team? I go for the Patriots because of that that NFL, that Family Guy episode from like many years ago when Peter Griffin played for the Patriots. So that's why I go for them. What's Aman's rank at the moment? Aman, you can tell them. I have Fafita and Olakawatu. Should I trade out one or both? No, I'd be trading. I just keep. Oh, I'd probably go. I'd probably go Fafita to Talakai actually. Just take the cash jump. If AFE doesn't play, do I go Tuolagi, Cobbo, or Max King, or Schneider? I'd play Tuolagi out of those ones. CP3 deserves a ring. He does. CP3 definitely deserves a ring. You may have already answered this, but Randall, Tuolagi, or Ilias for last reserve. I would go Ilias. Whisper, what's my handicap? 6.8. Last time I looked, 6.8. I haven't played for like 6 weeks because of the rain. Patriots, thanks, man. Jets for me. Shout out to Zach Wilson. Hopefully you guys draft a good pass rusher this year. I've been looking at the draft pretty heavily, so hopefully you guys get a good pass rusher. Haha, what a waste. I was like, Define, I was like 10 when that episode came out. I didn't know the Patriots were good. Like, I didn't know anyone. I just sort of followed them, and I've only really gotten into NFL, like, probably the last 3 years heavily. But I do like the Bears. I really like Justin Fields. So they're probably my second team. It's early days, Aman. Yeah, don't look at rank right now, my guys. Rank means nothing right now. That's why I'm not too fussed about mine. I support Bayern Munich. We just lost to Villarreal in the quarterfinals. UCL. You did. I don't know how you lost. I thought Bayern are one of the favourites for the UCL. I'm currently ranked 45th out of 1.8 million in UCL fantasy. So that's pretty cool. Who's my MVP for the NBA? I'd love to see Jokic win it, but probably Giannis again. Just go back to back with Giannis. I don't know. Like, it's hard. Like, Jokic is just so talented. Like, he's just so good. Like, he's not only one of the best passing big men of all time, he's one of the best passers in general of all time. So yeah, should use Yahoo for NFL fantasy. God no, use Sleeper. Sleeper's the best. What do you think of Tago with mod as a pod cap? That's huge. That's a big gamble. That's probably too big of a gamble for me, my man. Do you think drafting in the NRL is key to the future? Sorry, I work as an occupational therapist for the NDIS, so good to hear you're a sport worker. Thank you. Thanks, Jake. Hopefully transitioning into a COS role moving forward. I'll go to TAFE and do my SOAP 4 in that and move from there. Do I think drafting the NFL... A draft in the NRL sounds cool, but how's it going to work? Where are they going to get the player pool from? Like, in America, drafting works because you've got schools and stuff, but like the school system in Australia is not good enough to have that. And then you've got feeder clubs and stuff. So if someone can give me a good explanation as to how it's going to work, I'd 100% be all for it. I play NFL fantasy. I do, my man. I'm actually, bit of a self-plug. We had the NRL SuperCoach content creators versus the NRL fantasy content creators. And I actually won it this year. So yeah, I took it out. We had $4,000 donated to the Black Dog Institute, which is my charity of choice. That was very much thank you to TopSport. Not sponsored by them, but TopSport put on the charity event, and yeah, we won it. We had $4,000 donated to the Black Dog Institute, so we won that last year. Yeah, Jokic is just so talented. Sleeper's great for fantasy. Lockout kickoff in 2 minutes. Is it? I thought it was 8:05. Christ, hang on. I need to make sure I've got everything locked in for SuperCoach, and then I'll answer your questions. So I need to prioritize my team right now. The Panthers play the last game of the round, my man. They play like the 6 o'clock Sunday game or some shit. So I'm just making sure my team is set. Yeah, I'm really stuck on this Randall Starling thing, but I'm probably going to go Randall. Yeah, my team is locked in, guys. Good luck this weekend. Dumb decision. Do I ever make trades based on your head-to-head players? No, because I play for rank. Look, I'm in a lot of cash leagues, but unfortunately, when you do podcasts and make content and stuff, like, people look at your rank like it's the be-all and end-all. So selfishly, I have to look after my rank. I worry about head-to-head later on in the season. Oh, 7:50 lockout. Christ, I thought it was 8 o'clock. That's fine. It's done now. Need to go back. Need to get back. NBA, NFL takes too long. What? Oh, you mean games or like in general? Because the season takes 17 weeks. It's over. Draft wouldn't work in the NRL. Clubs pump so much money into development into their areas. Imagine being Penrith pumping. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, it sounds great on paper, but like, how do the juniors work? Is it still done on team catchment? Like, or you have to improve like school footy. You have to have like a really good competition out of that. So I just don't know how it would be done. A team's handicapped with a cap in the NRL if they're released to play mid-season. Potentially, I think they should. I think they should too, man. I think that works fine. I think that does work. Thanks, Josh. Feel like we've gotten to know you heaps more tonight. Have a good round, brother. Thank you, my man. Yeah, always happy to answer. Hey, Jordan, I remember when you messaged me on Facebook for the very first time, and you had the same name as Friendly Geordies, and I freaked out thinking you were him, but it's not, so all good. All right, guys, 7:50 is here. Lockout is done. Good luck, all. Hope you have a great week. Hopefully, we can have another week of 1,300. We're going for 3 1,300 scores in a row. 1,325 last week, 1,320 the week just gone. 1,394 the week just gone. And yeah, hopefully we can have another big week. Just to sign you guys off with how my team is looking this week. That is how we're rolling into Lockout this week. The only change, the very late change we made was Chris Randall in for Tom Starling. I'm hoping that doesn't bite me on the butt. But apart from that, captaincy, trades are locked in. We're not changing trades. Captaincy will depend on how we're going this week. If I want to chase points, I will go Cleary. If I want to play it safe, I'll go Hines. That just comes down to Sunday. But apart from that, guys, thank you so much. I've been the SC Whisperer. I've been the coach of the Ramsey Resurgence. And boy, if I could get another green arrow from where we are now, that'd be fantastic. But enjoy. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you very much. Bye.